Welcome back, students. Now we continue axiomatic approach of probability. In these sections, we shall be study about the chances of occurrence or non-occurrence of events. Already we have studied some methods of assigning probability having known number of the total outcomes. Yes, you know it, how to assign the events. But in this section, we can study the way of describing probability of an event, which is known as axiomatic approach of probability. Yes, you understand? The way of describing probability of an event, which is known as axiomatic approach of probability. Here some rules or axioms are, means laws are used to assign the probability. See how this approachment is there. Let S be the sample space of random experiment. The probability P is having whose domain is a power set of S, and the range is an interval of 0, 1. Am I right here? Is it clear? Which satisfying following axioms. Axioms means laws. Do you know? Once again you recall this sentence. Let S be the sample space of random experiment. The probability P is having whose domain is power set of S, and its range is in the interval of 0, 1, satisfying the following axioms. See here, there are three axioms. First one is, do you know, for any event E, then the probability of event is greater than equals to 0. The probability of an event is greater than equals to 0. The second axiom says that, second law provides that for any event, then the probability of sample space S is equals to always 1. If, third axiom, if E and F are mutually exclusive events, then P of E union of F is equals to P of E plus P of F. It is followed by the P of pi equals to 0. Students, is it clear? These are the three laws which are satisfying the following axioms. Then we take F equals to pi. Here E and pi are disjoint events. Yes, both these are disjoint events. Therefore, if E and pi are disjoint events, then we get P of E union pi, is equals to P of E plus P of pi, or P of E is equals to P of E plus P of pi. Yes, am I right here? because P of pi is considered as 0. Then next, let S is equals to omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, so on omega n. From axiomatic definition of the probability that the first one is 0 less than equals to P of omega 1. 0 less than equals to P of omega 1. Less than 1, which is less than 1. For each omega belongs to the set sample space, set of sample space. Omega belongs to the omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, so on. Omega belongs to the set of sample space. Then second point is P of omega 1 plus P of omega 2 plus P of omega n means omega belongs to the set of S. Second axiom states that P of S is equals to 1. This is the second point clarified. Third point, for any event A, P of A is equals to sigma P of omega of imaginary number. P of omega I, where I is the imaginary, or omega of I belongs to the set A. Yes, A. Here omega I is called elementary event because it belongs to the A, hence omega I is called the elementary event. Elementary event. Types of events already you know. You studied earlier class. Am I right here? Okay. Is it clear? Once again, very carefully you listen and understand. If you are having any difficulty, you call me. Then I will give you the details about it. Shall I proceed? Then, next one example we consider. Yes. In a coin tossing experiment, when you toss a coin, sometimes it may be head appears, sometimes it may be tail appears. We can assign the number half to each outcomes. Do you know? Half to each outcomes H and T. Means, what is half here? Very carefully understand. In a coin tossing experiment, we can assign the number 1 by 2 to each outcome, whether may be H or whether it may be tail, but the number assigned here 1 by 2. Mine question for you guys, why we should take here 1 by 2? Friends, can you please, anybody here? Listen, this is the value for the probability of head appears when you toss a coin, because the sample space is equals to 2, then favorable event of the H head appears is only 1, hence 1 by 2 is the result. Similarly, for tail, it is also 1 by 2. Put the equation, consider equation 1. Clearly, this assignment satisfies both the conditions that each number is neither less than 0 or nor greater than 1. Am I right here? Very clearly understand. Each number is neither less than 0 nor greater than 1. That is, P of H plus P of T is equals to half plus half, that's equals to 1. If we take P of H is equals to 1 by 4 instead of 1 by 2, and P of T is equals to 3 by 4 instead of 1 by 2, what happens here? Does this assignment, whatever the earlier we assigned half plus half, which gives 1, the assignment which satisfied in earlier example, but the same example continued if we take P of H is equals to 1 by 4 and P of T equals to 3 by 4, then what happens here? This is put the second equation. This is second equation. Consider. Does this assignment satisfy the condition of axiomatic approachment? He asked a question. Yes, this assignment is satisfied. How means, in this case, probability of H is equals to 1 by 4. And the probability of T is equals to 3 by 4. T means tail, H means head. We find both assignments 1 and 2 are valid probabilities. They gave valid results. So, both these 1 and 2 equations are valid assignments, satisfied, valid probabilities. So, that is P of H plus P of T equals to small p, this is, consider small letter p, P plus 1 minus P. Yes, P plus 1 minus P. How do you get this? Means by using P of E plus P of F is equals to 1. Already we studied in the previous. But so P of P means F means small p, consider, and P of H means P of E means small p. P of F means 1 minus P, which gives P of F. Therefore, 1 minus P, because solving the equation. Then P plus 1 minus P, which gives 1, because this P gets cancelled. Here, the outcomes P and 1 minus P are assigned the numbers. Instead of this, the number will be assigned there. P of E plus P of F is equals to 1. Already we studied it earlier. This assignment satisfies, now this assignment satisfies both conditions of axiomatic approach. This assignment satisfies both conditions of axiomatic approach of probability. Okay, dear students, I hope you will understand very clearly. This it will not understand for once practice. Then you make practice at home twice or thrice every day. By night you solve all mathematical concepts from all our faculties, because practice makes man perfect. So you do fine, and also I hope you will do nice the probability as well as others chapters, trigonometry, and also algebra. So properly you do study, you will get chance in your future. So thank you, all the best, goodbye, bye bye.